Hello, everyone. Let me put my face on the screen and we get started. There we are. Welcome to another stream before another Barcelona match day. Yeah, I'm very excited for the stream. I don't know what to expect for the game, but let's get into it. And let me bring on the guests. So, 3, 2, 1. It slides over. Hello, guys. Welcome. And say hello to the stream.
Hello, and thank you, Marcel, for having me here.
So also welcome.
Thank you, man.
So it's really a pleasure to have you guys on today. I always appreciate the time that people make free to appear on the stream. So I really appreciate it. Isso obviously has been on before, but that was before I switched to YouTube. And Sam is completely new. So let's do some introductions. Sam, introduce yourself a little bit and give us your first football memory.
Well, as you already know, my name is Sam, but my real name is Osama. But I like to be called as Sam here, especially on Twitter. So
fair enough.
And first memory, I think I had the first memory of football when I think in 2012-2013 season. I was really not into football at that moment. But when I heard the news about Lionel Messi scoring 91 goals, and I think that's where I started watching football and started, having a little bit interest in football.
Cool. So Messi was a big driving force for you to watch football.
Yes, definitely.
Fair enough. I think he's got that effect on a lot of people. So you're not the first and probably not the last one. Isso, go ahead, introduce yourself a little bit. And I know you've told me this before, but I'd love to hear again. What was your first football memory?
Me? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you were cut out for a second from me. I swear to God, Marcel, I have no idea what I told you last time, but let me think again. I remember football. I remember the football from the World Cups.
Yeah.
So that's where it started, all the hype surrounding, the national teams. So I remember national teams before I actually remember club football. Let's say Ronaldinho's Brazil, the original, the fat Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That era. Even a bit of Maradona. So that's. But the earliest football memories, obviously it could be like a European Championship or a World Cup on TV.
Yeah, of course. This actually most of the time how people get their first memory because of their country watching. But I know that.
Now I remember something else. No, it's actually not national teams. My dad used to be like a huge Barca fan as well, like a huge play, and also socio. And I think it could well be that. I've been watching Barca earlier, but but if I think back right now, I somehow see Brazil. It's weird.
Fair enough. Cool. I love that, guys. So, all right. This question, because we're drawing towards the end of the season, so I've seen some of your opinions on this, but I would love to hear firsthand. Sam, in terms of Koeman, are you Koeman in or are you Koeman out for the end of the season? And if you're out, who should replace him, mate?
I think we should give him one more season to prove himself.
Sure. So you're still Koeman in. Is there anything
definitely.
Is there anything that you think he should improve for next season?
I think the defense of our team has been a little bit shaky this season. So that's the point where we need, and also we need a number 9. We all know that we need a number 9 very well. So I think this is the 2 points where he needs to improve, and I think we will have a good season next season.
Cool. And Iso, what is your opinion on this? I'm very interested in this. What's your opinion on this matter?
Koeman out.
I think I saw it on the timeline, man.
Koeman out. Marcel, I'm like, we're both Dutch. We've both seen the Dutch national team under Koeman, what he did. We've seen, like, I hope you've seen him with Feyenoord, with, what was it? After Feyenoord, Everton.
Everton, yeah.
And I was never impressed with Koeman as a coach. The only thing that I did like about Koeman was, he's like a no nonsense guy. That's the Dutch stubbornness. So if you want to get rid of some squad players, Koeman is the perfect guy, because he will just tell him, we don't have a spot for you, you can leave, or anything, like obviously like he did with Suarez. Yeah. But yeah, as a coach, I think he's tactically limited, especially in game, where we're playing a certain type of football and we need to change the dynamics of the game, and he doesn't have that ability to change it. I'm not going to say with the substitutions, because most of the time I think his substitutions were off. And yeah, like I don't believe in Koeman as a long-term solution. So the sooner we start with a long-term project, the better it is for the club.
It's true. And then the second part of the question, since you're Koeman out, who would be his ideal replacement?
Oh, you already know that, bro. There's only one guy, one player, one coach, ex-Barca player who's fit for this job. And of course, we gave Koeman a margin. This guy deserves a margin as well. And I think he has a bigger legacy at Barca than a Koeman. He should be more respected than Koeman if we look at his successes as a player. But people tend to forget, like Xavi. Obviously was already like a type of coach on the pitch. He was already aware of tactical decisions being made and how to adapt. Koeman was also kind of a tactician, a libero on the pitch, but I think Xavi was ahead. And if we also look at both their success, come on, man. Xavi World Cup, 2 EUs. Since Xavi left Barca, I think
been the same, right?
It hasn't been the same. Yeah. So that's why I say, like, Koeman out. I would like to have Xavi. I wanted Xavi earlier on,
but don't you think it would be risky to have him just right?
Yeah, it's a good question, as you say, but wasn't it risky when we got Pep from B to coach Barca, the first team?
Yeah, but we had great
experience did Guardiola as a coach.
It was Guardiola, right?
Still, like, why? Based on our biggest success in the history of the club was based on an inexperienced coach.
Yeah, this is true. So, Sam, what are your thoughts on Xavi?
I think he should be coach of Barcelona, but I don't think that he should be the coach next season.
Yeah, I know that there's some people that have doubts, but you seem to be very confident in this, Isso, that Xavi could take over from next season if he wanted to.
Absolutely. Like, he knows the club. He even knows the players that are still around. He knows how the club moves. He gets the tactics. Bro, Cruyff said Xavi. Jordi Cruyff, his son, is saying Xavi. All the ex-legends are all want Xavi to be the coach. And they're all saying one day, but that's a couple of years ago. But I think the time is now. Do we want to waste another season? What if we waste another season on the Koeman and, the same old shit, and it's like, oh man, you know how we move. We should have gotten Xavi way earlier. Yeah, I think we should do it right now. The sooner the better. It takes a little bit of people knowledge to understand that Xavi is a better fit for Barca right now than to have Koeman continuing with the type of coaching he has done. He has been, let's be honest. He had good parts. I'm not saying I'm totally anti Koeman or anything,
No.
but he had a good racha. He had a good how do you say? He had a good amount of games where we played good football. Even
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
In the back, but I don't like. I'm coming back. I don't think Koeman is a long-term solution. Like, people tend to understand, he came to, people are saying like, Koeman came to Barca to save the club and blah, 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 he should be respected. No. Barca was Koeman's dream job.
It's true.
So Koeman has always said, like, there's only one club I'm dreaming of to coach one day. Like, it feels like there's only one place I want to visit for a holiday. That's how it feels. So for me, okay, cool. He did his coaching thing for a year, and he gave some youngsters some chances. Others he did not, and he experimented with a couple of lineups. We all saw the lineups he experimented with.
Yeah.
And it didn't. In the end, it was. We all are left with a bitter taste. Like, what if this? Yeah.
It's true.
And to me, like, it's we need the guy who can adapt to the current top of European football. And right now, in the current top of European football, Ronald Koeman cannot compete. He can compete with Cadiz, no, not even. La Liga. I was going to say Granada, But as soon as we face a strong opponent, it's bad. It's really bad. And we had, of course, I know, Marcel, we had a good game away against PSG in the
Champions League.
Yeah. But at home we got destroyed. Juventus in the Camp Nou, we got destroyed. I don't remember us being destroyed like this ever in our own stadium. Yeah. Like, I don't, so for me it's like, okay, he could be a good coach for another team, but this level may be too high for him.
It's true. Sam, anything you want to add before I move on to the next topic? Did we lose him? Sam, are you still there?
Yes.
Anything you want to add before I move on to the next question?
Not really. I think Ishu has a point. He thinks that Koeman doesn't have to be here the next season. I think he made a valid point. So I have nothing to add to that.
Well, Marcel,
I would still want Koeman to have one more year. I think that's his dream job, as Ishu was saying. So we should give him one more chance, and I think that's fair to have him around one more year. And I think he knows he had a shaky 1 year, and the next year I think he can do better. Koeman can do better.
Fair enough. I mean, I love.
Marcel, what do you think?
What do you think? Yeah, I mean, when it was the good series in the beginning of 2021, I was like, okay, yes, he's a good coach for the transition series and the transition season. But I just think that he's now made too many mistakes and too many weird substitutions, put on the same squad too often. I mean, you can say something about that as well, like, if it's the same squad, at least they know how to play together. But on the other hand, some players you could tell, because they're too young to play every game like that, you could tell that they were getting a little bit laggy. You could see it on the pitch. I think there's a lot of things that could have been done better. So I'm more about, I'm in between still. So if he goes on another season, I'm like, okay, fine. They don't want to just chuck out a coach after one season. But if he goes, I'm also like, I can see why they did that. So it's a very hard call to make.
You're sort of neutral in this whole situation.
Yeah,
is it because you're obviously Dutch feeling with Koeman, and
No,
what if Koeman was?
it's just because so many top clubs nowadays, they just chuck out their coach so quickly. So and it doesn't always give the result that you want. So that's why I'm a little bit in between. Yeah. So yeah, it's a hard question.
Yeah, I understand that that's hard for you to answer. But yeah, to me, I think the holiday is over, man. Yeah, he had a shot. He gave a good vibe. There was a period where the team had a good vibe, and to me, right now, there's nothing left. Yeah, we have the Copa del Rey, but we're not a club that should go for the Copa del Rey, and we have a transition season for 1 year. But what are we gonna do?
No, it's
Extend it for 2 years. Like, what if? I'm not gonna say what if we continue this downward, but the last results in the beginning of next season, like our season started terrible, and then we had a great momentum where we even it looked like we were going to win La Liga, and we were looking good for the Champions League, and then we faced strong teams and we got smacked. That's what happened. Yeah. So we got a reality check. So for me, I want to coach. I want a team that can always compete with the best. And to me, Koeman is not able to compete with the best right now. Cool. That's my opinion.
Cool. So that moves on to my next question, because I've put that in here. So what does Barcelona need to do to compete for La Liga next season? Now, obviously, you gave already some of your points here. But Sam, do you think that next season Barcelona can compete for La Liga?
Of course, we are Barcelona. We always compete for La Liga every year. So the next year won't be any different. So I think yes, definitely we have to go for the league. We cannot be number 2 in Spain, definitely. So I think yes, we can compete, and we have the talent, we have the experience. And right now, I think we will sign Aguero or any other player that number 9 that we need right now. I think we will sign those players, and we can compete next year. Definitely, we can.
Yeah, I think Barcelona is a couple signings away, but let's see what happens in the summer. Laporte, this is going to be a very key summer for Laporte, actually, to see how he can get the team ready for next season.
If we can sign 2-3 players that we need for the positions that are lacking, I think we can compete. Yes, definitely we can next year.
Awesome. And what are your thoughts, Iso, for next season?
Oh yeah, you know what I prefer. I think it won't matter that much if we can get a new striker, or we can afford. Obviously, we will not be able to afford a top striker. So a veteran striker like Aguero.
Yeah.
Or any other cheap 9 we can find. I don't think that will matter that much. To me, it's obviously what matters most is how we play. And the issue we have right now, I think, are a lot of stupid errors defensively. If we look at
individual mistakes, yes,
Langley at the beginning of the season till I don't know when. If we look at Piqué lately, and I'm not going to mention Sergio Roberto because he was injured, and when he came back, things went.
Yeah.
We lost the league.
Yeah, things hit the fan real fast. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say, we need some players to leave. And that gives space for new players or even youth players to to show what they can do for this Barca and to compete with getting into the first team or to the lineup. But cool. Yeah, to me it's tactically we're weak. In game we cannot make the right choices tactically to adapt or to change the game. Yeah, of course, we had that game against, I think, Granada and Sevilla in the Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
But yeah, Copa del Rey, very cool. But, the games where it mattered most, we were not able to change the dynamics of the game through tactical changes, through substitutions. I mean, come on, Marcel.
I
You know,
agree, man. I agree.
Sergio Roberto hated, but what is Sergio Roberto going to add to the game to change like the dynamics of the game? What will he do? You have Ricky Puig on the bench who instantly improves our
Flow of
how
the
do you
ball,
say
yeah.
our ball how do you the
Ball movement and transition. And
yeah
stuff, yeah.
yeah like this he instantly move our ball transition or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Breaking the line.
Sorry.
and his passing is dope. His passing is straightforward. He's fast. He gives us a boost of energy.
Yeah.
And why keep him on the bench? Like to me, or sub him in minute 87 or something. Like
Yeah,
come
it
on.
makes no sense. No, I agree. So yeah, I think these are good points. There's definitely need to be change for the summer. I agree with this for sure.
I was looking for the word ball circulation, Marcel. Ball circulatie.
But yeah, ball circulation. Yeah, it's true. Or ball transition or ball movement. I think it's all kind of the same thing. So yeah, I think that's the word we were looking for. All right. The next topic is one of my favorites at the moment. It's a lightning round. So Iso, you kind of have to give a one-word answer on this. So how does it work? I'm going to put a statement and you can only put a yes or a no answer. Obviously, we will discuss it a little bit after the statements that I'm going to put at you. So I'm going to go one by one. I'm going to go Sam first, then Iso, Sam, Iso, and so on. Okay.
Sure.
So Sam, is Piqué still good enough for Barcelona?
No.
Iso, is Trincao able to get a starting spot in Barcelona? No. Sam, is Aguero able to get a starting spot at Barcelona?
Yes.
Cool. Iso, Ricky Puig, can he revive his career next season for Barcelona?
Yes.
Cool. Sam, is Frenkie de Jong a future Ballon d'Or winner?
That's a tough question, but I think yes, he should win it.
And Iso, Lisandro Martinez from Ajax, is he Barca material?
No.
A lot of people want him, you know. Let's talk about it after. But Sam, is the pie, is he Barcelona material?
No.
And Iso, this is quite a good one. Is Pep, our old coach, is he winning the Champions League this season?
Yes.
Let's go. Vamos. So let's pick out a couple of the topics. So Lisandro Martinez, Iso, explain to me why you don't think he's a Barcelona material.
Well, you know, I've watched him play for Ajax for quite some time now, and he's a good player for Ajax. Like Dest was a good player for Ajax.
Yeah.
But I'm not convinced myself. To me, you have to really be like, if you go to Barca, if you come to Barca, you have to be a player that could stay there for the rest of your career. I don't see that happening with him.
Oh, fair enough. And Sam, you were saying Piqué is not good enough anymore, man. Why?
Yeah.
I wish I had that question, Marcel.
Yeah. I mean, you can give your opinion after, but let's get Sam's reasoning why he said no.
Well, lately he's getting injured a lot, and I think he's getting older as well. So we need someone that is young and that has a good amount of talent that he can carry with himself for next 5, 6, 7 years. So I think we need to revamp the defense a lot, and I think PK should not be starting every game. I think he should be here in the club, but he should not be starting every game, and he should be a backup center back for anyone that is there in place of his.
Cool. And Iso, what would you have said if I asked you that question?
Whether PK is good to stay next
Now, if he's still good enough to play so many minutes as what he's doing right now.
No, I don't think he is. I think, like basically like Sam said, like it's good to have PK around, but we all remember that moment where we lost to Bayern.
Yeah, of course.
And afterwards, he came in an interview and he said it's time for some new energy and to big changes. And he extended his contract and he's still here. And I have nothing against PK. Don't get me wrong. I think PK is one of the best, has been one of the best center backs ever to play the game.
Yeah.
But right now, I think at the age of 34, 35, he has one weak knee, and he has been defensively lately. He has been lacking.
Yeah,
and to me, it's a matter of he's a Barca legend, obviously. Like Busquets is a Barca legend, like Sergio. Oh no, So I think he deserves the respect and he deserves the. To stay around, but should he be like the undisputed starter at center back? I don't think so next season. So I think he signed in 2020. He extended for 2 years.
Yeah,
I think he extended the deal for 2 years. So it's this year and next season. So I hope that next season will be his last season with Barca. With all due respect.
Fair enough.
A 36-year-old centre back with a weak knee, and he's already being slower in defending.
No, it's true.
He's great in the air, by the way. He's still great in the air, though he got beat a couple of times lately. But still, I think but to me, like defensively with his tackles, you saw it in the Granada game. You saw it in the game against Atletico Madrid. He was lacking, and to me, that's a sign of okay, maybe it's time. Especially if he said it himself, to step back and give new defenders a shot, and then you're gonna answer, "Ooh, yeah, I don't know, man."
No, I
I think Marcel is also like a liability. Obviously, Araujo, I think he's a great defender and should stay with us for many years.
Yeah.
So we should look at B maybe, and we should get. I think that's one of the key signings we should also make is a quality centre back.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Cool. So I'm just going to give a shout out from the chat. So Advait, thanks very much for joining. Iso, your buddy Marin is in the chat as well. He's saying PK needs to dedicate himself and his energy to Shakira and start preparing for presidential campaign after Laporta. Interesting. I love that. I've got Henk in the chat. I've got Millie in the chat. Guys, thanks very much for joining the stream today. Really appreciate it. So next question. This is kind of something that I've been asking now the past 2 streams, but I love getting people's opinion on this. Sam, do you think Messi can win the Ballon d'Or this year? Or what does he have to do to win the Ballon d'Or?
Well, the Ballon d'Or criteria, I think nobody has ever understood the criteria for Ballon d'Or. So this year, I think there is a good chance that he can win it. And maybe if Manchester City wins, maybe someone from there can also win it. I don't think there's 50-50 chance for Lionel Messi to win the Ballon d'Or this year.
I would agree with that. And Issa, what are your thoughts on the Ballon d'Or? Do you think our Messiah can win it?
I think he deserves to win it every single year.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will win it. Simply because if you reflect back on his performance in the beginning of the season, obviously we all know what happened in the summer.
Yeah.
And he was a bit less motivated, I guess, and less concentrated. But Messi is Messi, and I think he's still the best player in the world, and he showed he's already the lead top scorer, the best playmaker in La Liga, etc., etc. But you know how the Ballon d'Or also works. You have to you have to deliver in the Champions League. And let's be honest, Messi in the Champions League, though I love Messi, but Barca in the Champions League was shit this season.
Yeah.
So
this is true. Yeah.
So there goes that. If you get kicked out where did we kick out? Not even the quarterfinals, right? In the
round of 16, my man. Round of 16.
Yeah. So that's the voting goes like, oh, Messi didn't reach the 16. He's still the best player in the world, deserves the Ballon d'Or, but I don't think he will win it.
No. So someone in the chat, Black Yotaro, is saying probably Lewandowski will win it, which probably is true.
That would make no sense because Lewandowski, he scores goals, cool, but besides that, he's not really impressive. And cool, they got kicked out of the Champions League as well.
Yeah.
But if Lewandowski can win this season, then Suarez should have won.
Unless this is
wait,
Cristiano. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry, Sam was saying something. Sam, can you repeat?
Go ahead, Sam.
I was saying if Lewandowski wins this season, so then Suarez should have won in the 16-17 season where he won the Golden Boot as well.
That's a good point, actually. I would agree with that. And then Suarez never won it based on goal scoring capabilities. So, yeah, it's quite interesting.
Let's be honest. If Manchester City wins the Champions League, Kevin De Bruyne will win the Ballon d'Or, right? Am I saying something crazy right now?
No, I would agree with you. And I would rather then win a City player to win it than Mr. PR himself, Cristiano. Because I don't think he's scored a lot of goals, but he's not the player he used to be anymore. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But thanks for those thoughts, guys. I really although if
nothing stays the same.
Sorry.
I was saying nothing stays the same. Everything changes sometimes.
What if Chelsea? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
No. You should go ahead. I wasn't saying anything.
And what if Chelsea wins it? You said, Iso.
Yeah. What if Chelsea wins the Champions League? Then what?
They don't really have an outstanding player. They're more like a team effort, right? So I don't.
Hey, the Ballon d'Or, you want to give like Kai Havertz?
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's going to be wide open. It's going to.
Obviously, it also counts that you reach the final of the Champions League.
Yeah.
And the way City have been playing, Kevin De Bruyne has been dominant in most of the games.
No, I would agree.
Successful in the Premier League and in the Champions League. So to me, that would be my choice. Not my choice would be Messi always, but
if Messi doesn't win it, then KDB.
Obviously, yeah, sure.
Fair enough. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about the transfer window. Which players should Laporte prioritize to sell, Sam, in your opinion?
First one, I think, is Coutinho. He should be gone. The other one is Sergi Roberto.
Yeah.
And Martin Braithwaite. And there's this guy that we bought, Matthias Fernandez. I don't know if that's his right name. He should be gone too.
Fair enough.
And also, I think that we should loan out Trincao or maybe sell him as well.
Cool. Yeah, I think those are big priorities. And Iso, any names that you say should definitely
Dembele,
go?
Yes, and the next one is Dembele. I forgot him.
Oh, Dembele!
Yeah,
that's controversial, man. But yeah, I mean, he's a bit up and down sometimes. So yeah, I don't know really how to judge him sometimes.
He's mostly down than he's up.
Yeah.
He's mostly down than he's up.
No, it's true. And Iso, do you agree with those names, or is there any name that you want to take away from that list or add to that list?
I actually totally forgot that Coutinho was still a Barca player, man. This guy so sneaky somewhere, having drinks in the sun while he's being paid by the club. No, for real. obviously, I have a list. Coutinho, Langley, Umtiti, Sergio Roberto. I think Truncao shouldn't even be loaned out. If we can sell him, sell him. Who am I forgetting? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe even Neko, the goalkeeper, second goalkeeper. I would sell him as well. And get one of the youth, the Ignac Peña or that's it. Who else do we have? Like Titi, Langley, Sergio Roberto. I think those should be priority sales.
And with the
my Luis Fernandez, come on, man. Like, this guy, nobody even knows why. Like it makes sense that he leaves as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to free up some spots.
And Sam was saying Dembele. Would you agree with him, or would you keep giving him opportunity for next season?
Oh, absolutely not. I would definitely keep Dembele.
Yeah.
Dembele, like people get frustrated. Oh, Dembele, we lost the game because he missed the chances, but most of the time he creates them as well. So
he needs more important chances than he scores or creates any.
Yeah.
No, after Messi, Dembele is our biggest threat. Let's be honest. I'm gonna just be totally honest. I'm not. So who's our biggest threat? Biggest threat after Messi? Griezmann?
Yeah, I mean,
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite, no.
Ooh.
No, Griezmann is a good goal scorer, but he doesn't create chances like Messi.
Issue right now, Marcel, is chance creation. Yeah. We even have first halves where we don't create chances at all. And I think, Dembele has shown a lot of improvement compared with last season. He's fit this season. And of course, he missed a couple of sitters that could have changed a couple of games.
Yeah.
But he also saved us a couple of games. So to me, I would definitely keep Dembele. We don't have players that could do one-on-ones, man. Messi can do it. Dembele can do it. Who else? Griezmann cannot dribble.
No, but that's why I like Depay a lot. But a lot of people don't want Depay, so because he can also dribble past his men, and that is definitely something that a lot of players lack in the current Barcelona squad. But oh well, I'm always being argued with if I bring up Depay. But yeah, what can I do?
Another Dutch guy, Marcel, again.
I know, and that's what people say, that we are just getting Dutch guys because of Koeman.
They hate him.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that fate on Depay or the Barca hate. Anyway, let's see. So let's talk a little bit about today's game then. Celta Vigo is always a little bit of a difficult opponent for Barcelona in the past. What do you see the chances for the team today, Sam? And maybe give a cheeky prediction for the game today.
I think it will be a tough game. As always, when we play Celta, they always turn up their game against us. Yeah. They play like prime Bayern Munich, as you mentioned in the questions that you were telling me.
Yeah.
So yes, I think it would be a tough game, 50-50 as always. So and the biggest threat that Barcelona has to face is Iago Aspas. He always plays like I don't know. He always turns up his game. And the biggest worry that I think that the lineup that Koeman has picked today, Moriba, I don't think he will do well in this game against Celta Vigo. He was very shaky as well when he started the game rather than when he comes from the bench. He's very effective when he comes from the bench, but doesn't play well when he starts the game. Moriba.
Yeah, that might be just with his age, But yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and the Celta Vigo is always a tough game, as we already know.
It's true. What are your thoughts on the opponent, Iso? Are they going to become prime Bayern Munich, or what are we expecting today? And your prediction?
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm actually looking at the chart to see when was the last time we lost to Celta in the Camp Nou. Ooh, this is gonna be another Koeman record, Marcel. Let's see.
Koeman record.
The last time we lost from Celta at home was 2000. No. 16. No, also not. I can't even. Oh yes, the 1st of November 2014. That's 7 years ago almost, my man.
No way.
So,
wow.
yeah. So to me,
You're
like,
jinxing it.
I'm looking at all the matches we've played against Celta, and come on, man, we won them in when we were like in a kind of like, how do you say, in a bad racha at the beginning of the season, and we won them with 3-0 in their own stadium. So
Yes.
we should win this game. Like, they're 8th, they're in a pretty good streak. We are not. But if you look at the odds, I think nobody is betting for Celta to go 50-50. I think every betting station is going like Barca for like 90% or something to win this game. But if we lose this game, Marcel, then what? Then what?
Then it's then for sure the La Liga is out, and they might even have to worry about getting second or third spot. We could finish behind Madrid and Sevilla then if that happens. So
but
we don't want
to
that.
me, no, of course not. And if we lose La Liga, if we lose against Celta today, then we're already done. But to me, that's like, okay, the tiny microscopic cells of hope that I have left in Koeman is already gone. Yeah, Koeman is done and dusted. If we lose, I told you already, 2014, the last time we lost to Celta in the Camp Nou, and this season we're losing games in the Camp Nou.
It's true.
This is not
it's not the fortress that it used to be, and that's really really shame.
So who do you blame? Like the squad and everything? And to me, it's the coach who puts the players on the pitch and he decides the strategy, he decides the tactics, and he's been off. So if we lose this game, of course, I think we should win this one. Based, we played better against most of the teams in the Camp Nou, and we still lost. So. We have a better chance of winning than Celta has, but if we lose, then I'm done, man. I think that could have been like my last Barca game I would watch this season.
Yeah, and then we still have next week to go. So Sam, what are your thoughts on the lineup? Let's talk. Let's carry on then. Thoughts on the lineup. So I've pulled it up on the screen. The lineup graphic is made by my good buddy Ankur. He always supplies me with the latest lineup graphic. So have you seen it, Sam? And what are your thoughts?
I haven't seen the lineup because I told you I was out.
Yeah. So we've got Ter Stegen in goal. Then we have in the back Araujo, Piqué, Langley.
I can't hear you, man.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Iso?
I can hear you, man.
Your voice is breaking.
So yeah, in the back line is Araujo, Langley, Piqué, Alba. Then as a right wing back, which is a bit odd for me, is Dembele. Then in the midfield, we've got Busi, Pedri, and Moriba. And then Griezmann and Messi. So basically, it's the normal lineup with Dembele and Moriba, Sam. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. It's a good lineup, except I think, as I already told you, that Moriba should not start this game if we want to start well.
Yeah.
He should come off the bench. I think he's very effective when he comes off the bench. He should not start this game. But I think Koeman knows well what he's doing. Or maybe he does not know what he's doing. So,
cool.
Let's see. I think it's a good lineup.
Cool. Are you happy with the lineup, Iso, my man?
I don't know. Like, to me, I wouldn't, like, Langley is there. We have two youngsters in midfield, and I think also knowing Koeman, it's also a statement of course, Frankie is. I think he's what's it called? Suspended, right?
Yeah, so that's why he's not playing. It's not because he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
banished.
Having the core of your squad, with two, I'm gonna say inexperienced, Pedri and Yikes. It's basically showing, hey, I trust the youngsters and this and that. But I don't know, man. I'm all right. I like the fact that Dembele is playing wide, and but let's see, man. Come on, we have. Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing more I can say about this lineup. It's okay. We have. I don't think there's any better thing based on the 3-5-2 and Frankie being injured. So it gives you less possibilities. Obviously, you know my opinion. I think Pedri is playing way too many minutes. He should be rested.
Yeah.
And this would be a perfect game for Ricky Puig to start, but he didn't again. So okay, I'm all right.
No, I agree. And yeah, I think on that note, we're gonna finish the stream today because I think we're 10 minutes away from kickoff. So yeah, I'm just hoping for a good result today. So let's do final prediction, and then we'll leave it at that. So Sam, what's your prediction for today?
1 to Barca.
1-2 Barca.
2-1 to Barca.
2-1 to Barca. Cool. And for you, Iso, what's your prediction for today?
0. Your
prediction for today?
0-1 Celta Vigo. No. I think Barca should win this one. I think it should be like a 3-1 with a Aspas goal and 2 Messi goals. This type of game it should be. But
yeah, I would love Messi to get a couple goals for his Pichichi charge, because I think he can get a record. If he gets the Pichichi, he will be the first player to get it 5 times in a row or something like that. So
cool.
Incredible stats. So guys, thanks very much for coming on today. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks Iso, and thanks Sam. And see you on the timeline. Let's do a Vamos Barca. Vamos Barca. And yes.
Vamos Barca.
And see you on the timeline. And ciao guys.
Oh, take care, mate. Cheers.
Bye.
All right, guys. So now let's close this.
Sure thing.
So we have left the guests have left the stream, but yeah, thanks guys for everyone that tuned in today. It was a real pleasure talking to Iso and Sam. They're great guests. Iso is always lovely chatting on. I've been chatting to him a few times on Spaces and on my stream actually before, so it was really cool. So guys, let me start the anthem, and I'm gonna head off. So you'll see my face disappear now. Right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in one more time, and see you next time. Ciao.